Hello Scorpio, thank you so much for joining me for the March of 2022 Taroscope with Animal Totem. I'm Vickieverlie, and you can find me at vickieverlie.com or the Rock and Roll Prophetess on YouTube. Do not be fooled by imposters, there's quite a few out there. This is for our Scorpio friends who are Scorpio Sun, Rising Moon, or anybody with prominent Scorpio in their chart. The deck we're going to be using for the main portion this month is a deck called Tarot of the Nile, and it's by a company called The Bright. You can find them on the internet if you're interested. And then we're going to do the second portion with my brand new Rock and Roll Tarot deck. Third edition is out. I'm so excited. It's a much smaller version, which has been requested for years from people, and it's so cool. I made a separate video all about that if you want to check it out for more details. Thirdly, we're going to pull an Animal Totem card from the Beast Mistress Animal Oracle cards. If you are a level 2 Patreon supporter, we're going to do another Debray deck, and this one is the Lustrous Tarot by Debray. So they have a lot of different decks. You can check them out if you're interested. Okay, so let's get into the first part of it. This is an important month because we're having the Aries Ingress. The Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. I might as well pull out the chart here. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. So when the sun moves into Aries every year, this is where we start our astrological new year, and it goes around till we get to Pisces, and then it starts a new thing. So it's within the collective that we're starting into this new energy, and it's a great time to turn a corner, manifest your reality. I am offering that Aries Ingress reading, which I do offer every year, and many of you have been ordering it already. If you are interested, you have a couple more weeks to get in on it. It'll be available till the end of March. And I've also put back up my Aries painting course if you want to do that, the Aries Ingress painting course, so you can check that out if you're interested. Okay, so this is for our Scorpio friends, Scorpio Sun, Rising and Moon, and anybody with a bunch of Scorpio places, whatever you want to look at it. So we've got the Page of Cups followed by the Knight of Swords. Oh, this one was flipped the wrong way, but we're still going to use it. We've got, what, 4 of Swords, 8 of Rods, Justice, 8 of, I'm not sure what that is, 8 of Cups, I guess. It almost looks like the Moon card, very similar to the Moon card. 4 of Cups, 7 of Swords, Queen of Cups, which would be representing you, and then we have the 9 of Swords here. You know, it's so funny that I've been getting a lot of these worry cards throughout the spreads. You've got a couple yourself here. Well, not a couple, you've got one. The 9 of Swords. This is a card of worrying and being really stressed. And usually, Scorpios, you guys usually keep your cool pretty good. You know, you guys are cool as a cucumber. That's what the guides are coming through with. Okay, the very first card out here is the Page of Cups. So this is you. It could be you tuning into your younger self or something, but this is more about you tuning into your own intuition, really getting those downloads. You know, we're having a new moon in Pisces right on the 2nd of the month. Right at the beginning of the month, we're going to have a new moon in Pisces. So this kicks off the month with this new moon in Pisces, and I'm really feeling a connection to this energy. Many Scorpios are very psychic. Most people who are psychic that I've known, who are truly psychic, not just bullshitters, there's a lot of those too, but the real psychics almost always have Scorpio in their big 3. You know, they either have Scorpio Sun, Rising, or Moon. And Pisces, too, are really the true psychics, you know. So you guys, you have that. You've got that going on. You've got that intuition. It's it's almost like here you are worrying, but then here, when you get in this place of the 4 of Swords, and you get in this place of, you know, finding that stillness and that quiet, then the messages can really come through. And they're coming through like gangbusters. You've got the 8 of Rods here. The messages are coming through. They're coming through from Spirit. They're coming at you in a lot of different directions. And I realize, you know, a lot of times that can be overwhelming when messages are coming at you from every which way. You have the Knight of Swords crossing you, and that's not the first time this card is shown in this position either. So something may have turned up back in Aquarius time, back in February. There may have been a cog in the machine or something, like a wrench in the works. That's the analogy they're trying to come up with. You know, something was stalled or delayed and you had to wait, but it was for a good reason. You may feel like, oh, well, something's been taken away from me. Now everything's screwed up. You know, it's not going to... Well, like, for instance, me, I have Scorpio rising. I wanted to release my deck, and I was going to release a deck and my music and everything on February 2nd, but it didn't happen. There was stuff that happened, and I was just like, well, okay, I'm going to release it all on February 22nd. And so that's all lining up to be released on February 22nd. But instead of getting all worried and stressed about it, I was just like, okay, well, that's how it's going to roll out. That's how the universe, there's nothing I can do about. There's a lot of different things that are going on that there's nothing that I can do about it. So I might as well just, you know, roll with it. You never know what's the higher forces are going on, that there's different things that always have to be in place, and we just never know. So it's no sense in getting upset about it. You will be moving forward. You will be moving forward this week. And because this reminds me so much of the moon card, let me see, I have my mini, my real tiny, this one, Rider Waite. I'm going to find that moon card because I just want to compare this real quickly. I mean, it's uncanny. I thought it was the moon card there for a second, because the moon card has those two pillars and the big moon on it. Well, this probably isn't the best example, but yeah, you know, look how similar it is. But always the moon card always has those two pillars in it, and then the moon in the center there, you know. So even though it's actually the Eight of Cups, which is moving on from turbulent water into smoother roads ahead, we're going to bring up the moon energy, because there's that new moon, of course, we talked about on the 2nd, but then there's also a full moon in Virgo on the 18th, 2 days before the Ingress. So there's several big astrology stuff that's going on at this time. So, you know, it could be around those new and full moons that you really get some kind of insight. Here again, we have this Four of Cups, so Spirit is really trying to come through, really trying to communicate with you, really trying to, you know, show you. You're getting a lot of messages. If you get too much in your head, you can't hear the messages. You got to get really still. So here's this Queen of Cups. This would be your card. And I'm just looking at her hat. Her hat looks kind of... She's got this crazy hat on. I don't know why, you know, or what I could really say about it psychically, but it's I'm very attracted to that hat. I mean, I'm drawn in by it. So, I mean, sometimes the hats can be a metaphor, you know, like for somebody, you wear a lot of different hats. Like you wear a lot of different hats at work. You can do a lot of different jobs, you know. It could be something along those lines. But the hat was definitely, he has the same, I guess they all are wearing the crazy hats. So the Justice guy has that same hat on. Isn't that wild? Well, justice is here. So whatever you're stressed out about, justice will be done. It's going to be taken care of. You may need to talk to a lawyer, or you may need to go to government or get involved with some kind of paper, or you may be signing some kind of contract. That is, I mean, there's definitely a correlation. It's funny that the hat stood out to me, and then look at the Justice card is wearing the same hat. Maybe that's the reason that I was getting pulled into that. So maybe some of you, you're getting, you know, this justice is closer than you think, but it's in a good way. You know, it definitely is a good way. Like they're going to help you. Maybe you're going to sign a contract. Maybe it's an offer of some sort for you to sign a contract. You know, it's like, I'm getting like, when I look at this card, I feel like, you know, it's time to really get busy with what you want to do. Then and the line from that great movie, I want to call it, not Schindler's List, the movie about the prison, Shawshank Redemption. Get busy living or get busy dying. So it's time to get busy living. I might put that as your headline. Get busy living. Yeah. The Scorpios, you know, you can ruminate. You can sit, you can get in your funks. You know, you're fixed signs. Sometimes you have a hard time letting go of stuff. And again, I'm Scorpio rising. I'm right there with you. I got a few planets in Scorpio. I just got to fan this out one more time and show you how cool it looks, because I just love the way that looks. Okay, so now we've already reviewed. You are the water sign energy. There's no gender, so you could be the Knight of Cups, the Queen of Cups, or the King of Cups. So whoever shows up first, that's going to be the card that represents you, or we call it the significator. So we're going to lay out some more cards until your significator shows up, and then we're going to go for it from there, and then we're going to see what's around you. You know, the cards that are around you tell the tale of what's going on around you, okay? Three of Pentacles, Seven of Swords. You got Seven of Swords here a couple times. Nine of Cups, High Priestess, Angels, Wheel of Fortune. Okay, yeah, and don't forget, while I'm laying these out, don't forget about the Aries Ingress reading. I know many of you order it every year. It'll be available for a month. And if you want to do the Aries painting class, quite a few people did it last year and they seem to really enjoy it. There you are. It'll be available also again this year. It's a painting course, but it's not really art. I mean, it is art, but I mean, it's not like you have to know anything about art to do it. You know, you can just kind of follow along. I'm trying to zoom in so you can get a little bit of a better view. We're getting a little glare on this Ten of Cups, but maybe it's just like, hey, the light's shining on this Ten of Cups. And the Ten of Cups is right below you, by the way. So you're going to be, Ten of Cups isn't within reach. You're going to be in Ten of Cups energy during this time. This is you. So we're looking at these cards that are right around you. Above you, you have the Emperor. Now, above you, when I say that out loud, above you, this could be like a quote-unquote superior or somebody from work. But somebody who's above you, but it looks like, you know, they're really reaching out. Or maybe you're having to turn something in, or you're submitting something. It does feel like that, like you're stressed out about it, you know. But there's no need to be stressed out. You have Ace of Cups, Empress. They're gonna love it. Oh, they're gonna love it. Oh. It's some song that's trying to come through, and I'm not quite getting it. It's the one from Dreamgirls, the big number with what's her name? Is it Effie or Essie? Her big number. You're gonna hear me shine or something. Basically, you're gonna have your moment. Even if people have been messing with you, you're gonna be, you know, you're gonna come out like, yeah. And you're coming out as the king, so that's good too, because the king is always further along on their path, whether it's their spiritual path or whatever path we're talking about here. The king is definitely further along. For some of you, this could absolutely be some big love energy happening, because you got Ace of Cups, Lovers, Ten of Cups. Could absolutely be some kind of a big love thing that just shows up. Oh, what's that song? They're showing me, from the movie, they're showing me her singing it. Not Jennifer Lawrence. From Dreamgirls. It's the movie Dreamgirls, when she has her big number. And she basically says, you know, I've been down, you kicked me when I'm down all these time, but I get up back up again. Now I'm hearing, I get knocked down, but I get up again. Guys are all over the place with the songs today. If anybody knows that Jennifer Hudson song, put it in the. Don't put a link to the song because the YouTube marks it as spam and it won't see the light of day. But if you want to put the name of the song or the lyrics in the description, that'd be great. Help me out with that. Yeah, so you had the Four of Swords in the beginning thing, and in this reading, in this part of the reading, you have the Hangman right next to you. So, and the Empress too carries this energy of just let's be still. Let's be still and allow what's going to happen. You know, allow these things to come to us. You know, we are being connected with our higher source. You have Justice again too, really close to you, like 2 cards away. So it's highly likely that some of you are going to be involved. I mean, Four of Rods is here. You might be buying a house or something, or signing a lease, you know, the deed. So it could be maybe you're looking for a house, you know. Most of you, I feel like this is more of a job thing, and there's a lot of really positive energy around this Queen of Rods here. Now, the Queen of Rods is fire sign energy, Leo, Aries, or Sag. And what's going on this month? We're having that Aries ingress. We got Ace of Pentacles on one side, new beginning and money, and Nine of Pentacles on the other side. So some really nice potential financial security with all this stuff is showing up. You have Four of Swords here again. But some of you maybe have been waiting a really long time for this case to happen. Because that's what happens if you're involved in a legal case, if you ever have been. And with COVID, too, they're way behind. You know, their dockets are way behind. So maybe some of you have just been really far behind, you know, waiting for months or even years or who knows how long for this big justice thing to show up. And it's finally here. You know, it's finally here this month. So it looks really positive and really favorable. I love that you're lined up with this Ten of Cups right below you. So you're coming out of a basis of finding this really happy, joyous, good stuff happening there, okay? All right, let me go ahead and get over to our animal totem. Don't forget about the Aries Ingress reading and all the stuff that I have on my website. Check it all out. The new tarot deck, which you're looking at here. So happy with that. I'm so tickled how good it came out. It's like it gets better every time. You know, every time I do a new version, it just gets a little bit better, I think. So, but I could be biased, right? I could be a little biased. Okay, what is the animal totem card for our Scorpio friends here for March of 2022 in the big Aries Ingress? Well, it's the ant card. So that talks about you're going to really be working hard. But it also talks about working with the group. So you're not working alone. You're going to get involved with some people here. We got this Queen of Rods. We got this Emperor. I feel this Justice could be bringing in some other people for you. Let me read what I originally wrote. I'm sorry if you can hear my dog slurping. So if you didn't hear my dog slurping, now you definitely hear it after I mentioned it, right? Yeah, I've been doing the readings in the kitchen these days because it's just too much noise outside in other areas of the house. So. Okay, so working tirelessly for the good of all, connecting to community and knowing our place in it, you can move mountains and make miracles happen. Oh, yes, you can, Scorpio. Yes, you can. You can make miracles happen. If anybody can move mountains and stuff, it's Scorpio. You know, you guys are definitely, you know, you're not quitters. You know, Scorpios aren't quitters. You're in it till the bitter end. I might put that, I don't know if that's a good headline, but that's you. You are in it till the bitter end. You know, you're going to see things through, you know. And it looks like whatever you've been working on is really paying off in a couple different ways this month. Okay, Scorpio? All right, thank you all so much for everything you do, from liking and subscribing. And please subscribe, because that really tells YouTube that you do enjoy my content. I've been around here for a long time. I'm the original tarot reader on YouTube, you know, so I'm trying to get my subscriptions up a little bit. And speaking of music, I am releasing my first album. It's actually coming out, the full album will be out in April. But as you're watching this video, the first single will be out called Traces of Angels. And then I have a second single coming out in March, on March 15th. So 2 different singles are being released, and one is out now. I wanted to play a little bit of it on the way out. This is called Traces of Angels. If you like it, please do maybe add it to your Spotify or Apple Music, whatever platforms you use. Like, share, listen to it, put it in your playlist. All that is costs nothing and is helps me out so much. So thank you so much for all your support. Remember, you are love and beauty incarnate. Have the best month ever. Traces of Angels. First single in the upcoming album. See you again next month. Bye.